Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com. And I'm so happy to be with you here on day 2 of my week of Facebook Lives. I'm here at a different time than I typically am. And there's reasons for that. So let me just welcome you if you are here for the first time. I typically broadcast every Thursday night at 7 p.m. I'm in the Central Time Zone, and that's my usual spot. I'm once a week. I'm Thursday night. That's where I go. I'm doing a week of Facebook Lives at 11 a.m. Basically, that's what fit into my schedule that I could do every single day of the week, Monday through Friday. And so that's why I'm at a different time this week. Okay, so yesterday I did a product and project showcase, and I'm doing the same thing again today. This time I'm featuring Nature's Sweetness. Now, let me just help you understand where I'm getting all of this awesomeness. Hey, Margaret, I'm so glad you're here with me this morning. So, I am a team leader. That means I have, a team of demonstrators, fairly good sized team. And I host an in-person demonstrator event here in San Antonio with the launch of each new catalog. And that is open to demonstrators not on my team, but it's mostly my team that comes to this, and they help me put this on. So within that, I also commission a couple of people to be what I call display stampers. So today I'm going to share with you the displays that Lori Gray did for Nature's Sweetness. This is an incredible mega sweet. So yesterday I featured Perennial Lavender. Today I'm featuring Nature's Sweetness. Now, a mega sweet is something that Stampin' Up! Does with most of our catalogs. They'll give us a couple of these. Mega Sweets encompass, hey, Marlene and Simone, I'm glad you're with me. They encompass 2 bundles. So there are 2 bundles in this Mega Suite. But there's one set of paper, embellishments, and ribbon that work with both sets. And these 2 sets are designed to work together, although they will also stand alone. And in this set of bundles, they both have greetings as well as some really amazing stamps. So let's go to this one first. Now this is called Lovely and Sweet. So you have 3 nature images. You have the almond blossom here. You have the vanilla blossom here, and you have the cacao bean here. So things that are sweet in nature that we eat, and then some lovely greetings. And you also have these stamps that help you create just some texture in the background and a little bit of a collage effect, although we have much more of that collage effect with this bundle here. So I love this Field Notes, really beautiful stamp, and then some others that will help to coordinate. And not only do you have dies that cut out these images, but then you have this kind of notebook, and you have this kind of, I'm calling it a vine, although it's probably just like a long stem with leaves. So I will show you kind of some applications of that. Okay, so that is the way it is in the catalog on pages, let's see, 40 through 43. So there's a lot, there's 4 full pages in the catalog given to this, which is a lot of real estate in the catalog. I do have a host code here, so if you are looking to purchase any of this, you can get the entire suite, which is everything with one easy button, and it's $130.75. Now, you could also put this into a starter kit order, and that would mean that you can actually choose $155 and pay $99 plus tax, free shipping, and a free paper pumpkin, and you would be part of my team if you join with me. Hey, Velma, I'm glad you're here. And I wanted to just kind of also note for you that the projects I'm going to share with you are from Lori. She is totally what is oftentimes termed a hobby demonstrator or a happy shopper. So she enjoys her discount. She doesn't do classes. She doesn't do craft shows. She doesn't do any of those things. She just enjoys the craft itself. So I wanted to help you understand that you don't have to do classes and things in order to be part of my team. Now, prepare to be wowed, because Lori does incredible detail, incredible creativity, which is why I commissioned her to showcase one of our suites. Now, I'm going to start with, let me see. Let me show you the paper really quick. Hang on one second. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Second little, hey, Lena, I'm glad you're here. Because I showed you a lot about the bundles, this designer series paper is a must-have in my view. And I'm going to show you projects that are going to really showcase this paper. It is all neutrals. And so, but you can add color. I love the neutrals in this because it is pebbled path. It is pecan pie, lots of white, lots of gold. So this piece here is an exact replica of some of the stamps, but all done in gold foil. And then the opposite side has this lovely kind of grid, kind of distressed grid in pebbled path. This is a gorgeous, really gorgeous piece of gold with the white flowers on it. And then the back side is, here is again, the kind of, not vanilla, almond blossoms and cacao. No, there's the vanilla. Okay, so they're all there. And then the other side of this is this really pretty, I love text in the background, like an old newspaper, and then little gold flecks on here. So this one's really good. Hey, Lisa, I'm glad you're here. And then the back of this one is, again, these designs here, but a little bit smaller and done not with the gold foiling, but with the pebbled path. So, and this one is a little on the busy side, really gorgeous though. And yeah, all the greenery done in gold. And then the back of this one has, again, kind of that old script and some paint blotches, ink blots. I love it. This one is, again, some of that grid like we see here. So you can see kind of repeating patterns, which I love. But done, it's distressed again, and done with the gold foiling. The back of this is really interesting. So you're going to see how Lori really uses some of these. When I first looked at them, I thought, what am I going to do with that? Lori's going to show you what to do with that in a very big way. This is one of my favorite pieces in here. This is pebbled path with a lot of gold, and it's scripty font. I love it. The back side of this one is, again, it kind of looks like notebook paper, distressed, and done in pecan pie, which is one of my favorite neutrals. Okay, so that is the paper. This is the way I do the paper when I do my paper shares, just so you know how I do mine. Okay, now let's dig into some projects. I'm going to start with the cards and then save the 3D for last. Now, this is a beautiful, this is a fun fold. I don't know what this is called, where you pull your paper back and show the back side of it. Lots of different papers. This is the designer series paper that's been fussy cut, and it is just gorgeous. And look at that beautiful greeting. So all neutral, very elegant. Here are the cork dots, which what I like about these is they're very subtle. They give you a lot of texture, but you already have a lot of gold. So you don't want really anything super shiny with all of that gold. Now, this is one of those pieces of designer series paper. I was like, okay, what am I going to do with? Now, here we go. Here's that piece that I couldn't figure out what to do with. Well, Lori's showing us a beautiful card, again, with just a little bit of stamping. So this is just a little bit of stamping. She stamped right on the designer series paper, which I always love. And she has brought in that wavy trim. Now, my feature yesterday for perennial perennial lavender that was Lisa's, she was also bringing in this wavy trim. It just really goes, I think there's an earthiness to it. It really goes with anything kind of gardeny. And again, look at how many of these little dots she's put in there. Just a super, this is not a difficult card to put together. Now look at the inside where she's brought some of that designer series paper and bringing in that green, because she's got a little bit of green that kind of lifts and keeps us from getting too much of the neutrals. Gives a nice little bit of something extra. Now, okay, prepare to be wowed. Now we have this same piece of designer. No, it's a different piece, but it's still, this is the gold one. The designer series paper. Now Lori has added some lemon lolly blends action, bringing in some of those dyes. There is, now look at the detail here. You've got that lemon lolly ribbon with a little piece of white twine there. I mean, these dyes, now this is from the scalloped, contour scallop. This one is from the actual, suite itself. But look at the layering of the different designer series paper. Just incredible detail. And here, because there's only a little bit of gold here, so Lori has brought in these are the gems from the annual catalog. So I love the lemon lolly with the pebbled path. It's a great combo. Okay, this is hard to decide which to show next. Again, here's a piece of that designer series paper that has been cut out, I believe, here with the dies. And this is that same die here, turned the other way. And look how she's put just a little bit of the petal pink on the back here with a blending brush. Hey, Gina, I'm glad you're here. Good morning. I love, love, love. Of course, y'all, if you've been around here very much, petal pink is my favorite color. So I love the way she's brought this in. Pink and gold is such a beautiful color combo. Okay, here we go. Here is this same piece of designer series paper, and now she's added color. I mean, va-va-voom on that color. Isn't this gorgeous? I love how she's just cut this out with the dies, cut another of the same piece out from cardstock as a little bit of almost like a matte, but the way she's positioned, it's larger than that. Now here is the faux leather trim, and here's that die. So this is the die that's part of the suite, and it makes like a notebook. So I absolutely love this. I mean, just exquisite, exquisite work. Hey, Corinne, thank you for being here and for sharing. Now, this particular piece right here, now let's see it another way. So here she's added color again, but this time she's brought in Calypso Coral. And I think it's just gorgeous because it's picking up these gold tones. Now, what I like is this piece of gold is a little on the busy side, a little on the bright side. She's toned it down with a little bit of vellum. And then again, brought in this piece, which Lisa did yesterday as well. And this is from that Meandering Meadows. This piece alone is worth those Meandering Meadows dies. Now there are others in that bundle that are really good, but this is just she's added just a little piece of linen thread, which I think is a great touch. And here again, there is that gold the dye that she's done with gold. So I'll show you a little bit again later where she's used. This was a favorite, she told me. Well, she shared this at the event, and she used this a lot. Jeannie, you're asking about the suite or the dyes. So this is predominantly the lovely and sweet mega suite that's in the catalog, in the mini catalog. Now, again, here's the same piece of designer series paper. And look here, now she's added more green. I believe, well, we don't have a garden green blend, so I'm not sure which one she's used here. I love it on the background of the soft seafoam. Now, I mean, there is just so much detail here, and it's all just giving you so much texture and gorgeousness. Here again is just a little piece of that same leaf die that she's used a lot. And there's that same little frame. And just all the detail here is really exquisite. Now, this time she did bring in, these are those gems that are in the main catalog. I've used them. They're all neutral. I can't think of the name of them right now. This I thought was really brilliant. So she's used a piece of Very Vanilla against this base, well, the white background. And I love the way it just pops. And this is that embossing folder that you can get free with Celebration. So just so many ways to do that same piece of, I mean, look at that. Look at them all. I mean, that is a lot to love with a piece of designer series paper. Now, there's one more with it. And I mean, this is a showstopper. Now, one of the things that I didn't even realize, here's that same embossing folder that is part of Celebration. One of the things that Lori pointed out to us that I totally missed is that there are these little file folder tabs in here. So let me find it again. We were on page 40. It's this one here. So in this bundle here, this is the one that Lori had cut out. And all these little flowers that she's using, all these little extra pieces. But look at that little file folder tab. Now, we're going to see this in a couple of different ways, and I would have totally missed that. But see, she's put that little file folder tab here and given us a little bit of a fun fold and just brought in that little piece of that kind of busy gold that I like, but I like it in smaller amounts. And here she's read a Lost Lagoon. I think this is Flirty Flamingo. No, this is Bubble Bath. Isn't that just exquisite? I mean, the detail is off the charts. And then she's brought in the Blooming Pearls. So lots of different embellishments that she's used along the way. Now, let me just go to the next set of cards. Now, this set of cards is really kind of capitalizing on the dies. So let me show you what I mean here. So this is that die that she said she really, really loved. And look at that in gold. Now, this is a much more of a masculine card, which I think is really just stunning and bold. And this makes me think you could even do like colors of a flag or something. I immediately think about the Mexican flag because I'm in San Antonio where we see, a fair bit of that. But I think that is kind of a fun way to do that. It looks like she's done this with, this is watercolor paper. She's done this with the water painters. Let me show you. Let's see. So here is that same die where she's cut it into pieces. Here she's used it, in full. And I think there's another example. But I wanted to just point that out to you. This one, she's gone with a totally monochromatic. And I do love the wild wheat. So both of these are part of the suite. Here she's brought in that gold and vanilla ribbon from the annual catalog. So many pretty things and so much creativity. Now these are going to really capitalize on the stamps. So I love this. I love like collage-y backgrounds, and this is just beautifully done. A little hint of pink here, just to kind of give a little lift. She's done some blending brush action here, and again, brought in that wavy trim. And this is the cacao bean, so pretty with these little cork rounds, I think is what you call those. Now here is the same image, but I think, no, she stamped this one. I wonder how she did that, 2 different directions. Might be part, let me look to see if the stamp set gives it to you that way, or she's done a mirror. She's done a mirror image. Or she's cut one out of the designer series paper. I'm not sure which. And here she has paired it with the softly stippled designer series paper from Celebration. Look at that little bit of, just that little bit of stamping. And here, these flowers are also from the suite. And then this is the ribbon that's in the online exclusives, the Very Vanilla with the pecan pie, but she's brought in that little bit of wild wheat, which I really love. Okay, now this one, of course, I love Pebbled Path. Here's that same die that she loves so much. Here it's in all gold. Here, she's actually cut it out from the designer series paper. And here is, again, there's that little bit of notebook, and there is weaving into it that, that leather trim. Look at these vanilla blossoms done with a little bit of white. I'm not sure if she's done this with watercolor pencil or if she's done it with the white craft ink. I think it might be pencil. Look how she's torn the edge of these pieces of designer series paper and then given us that collage background. I mean, this is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now here, I mean, there's just a lot to love here. So she's given us that collage background and then run it through one of the embossing folders. I'm not sure which one this is. And given us a little flag here, lots of pecan pie, lots of the black really grounds this. And look at that, bringing that right to the inside with that cacao bean. I mean, this is just everything that I love. Okay, now this is just lovely. Here she's made you could almost use this as a detachable little bookmark. And again, she's using the designer series paper from Celebration, softly stippled. But I love how she's brought in this little butterfly, and look how she's added a little bit of a different color to make it all pop so that it's not too much of the same, but such soft colors. I mean, would you have thought these are from the same suite? I mean, this is so bold and neutral. This is very soft and subtle. So this is one of my favorites because, again, here we have the petal pink. And, yeah, Lisa, she's saying stunning cards. They really are. Again, this is cut out from the designer series paper, but here she has stamped it. And so she's given us that collage background again, done just little bits of color along the way. There's that notebook die that's just super fun. She's brought in, this is from the stippled, again, that same designer series paper from Celebration. The ribbon is from Celebration. So just so many little details and so many ways of using the suite. And even going a little bit beyond what's in the suite, bringing in other things, because that's what we do. You know, when we get even a suite with all these cool things, we bring in other bits and pieces. And that's what she's done here. Now, let me just pull this up really quick because there's a different stamp set here. And I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let me pull it up real quick. This is the Plants. I think it's called Plants, Planted Paradise, page 47. So it's super close in the catalog. And I wanted to show you. So this is one of those with the reversibles. So she has brought in, this is a, you know, thinking outside the box. But when you think that plants and this whole lovely and sweet nature kind of goes together. Yeah, Corinne, she does really, really interesting textures. And so here she's given us that, collage background, run it through an embossing folder, and then look how she stamped that little plant pot and cut it out for us. So, and look at that on the inside. You've got plenty of room there to write your message. I love, love, love this collage. And there she's brought it in with blueberry bushel, definitely thinking outside the box. And here again, this is more blueberry bushel, but on the more feminine side. And this one, she's brought in the Moody Mauve. So, so pretty. Okay, now we are going to move to the 3D, I mean, off the charts creativity. This is a belly band, and look at the detail on it. So this is the deckled circles out of gold, and then the designer series paper, a little piece of the leather. And look at these dies here. And she's even stamped a little bit of the of that collage look. So then when we open this, okay, prepare to be wowed, people. Who would love to get this? I love the way she's done these. Oh my gosh, look at this. So pretty. I think this is absolutely exquisite. The gold right on that pebbled path. Just gorgeous. And then on this side, we've got the almond blossom. And look, I mean now, so she did the stamping on this envelope, and she's done designer series paper. This is one of the free celebration ones. And then look at the detailing on here. I'm going to have to ask her, but I'm pretty sure that this is the white craft ink that is just exquisite on here. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I mean, so pretty. Anybody wants to make this and send this to me as a gift, I'd be happy to have it. So she's made this lovely little folio. And then, I mean, is this not just an incredible? This is the kind of gift giving that is so special and so meaningful. I'm just in love with this. Now, but wait, there's more. Now, here is another one. And she's even found a really gorgeous pen that she has just attached on here. Here is that, this is that notebook. And this little notebook thing, it also gives you that stitching as well as the holes. So here's another one of those pieces. It's like, what am I going to do with that? Well, she cut it extra large here, did a little stamping here, kept this fairly flat because it is a little journal. Now, here's the file folder things. So she's made little tabs in here. Is that not just a gorgeous, gorgeous gift? I mean, it's just a simple plain journal that she's really dressed up. And here again is that designer series paper that's a little busy, but you see how she's just giving it to us in smaller bits. Hi, Karen, I'm glad you're here. Oh, Margaret, I'm glad you're liking the cards. And Corinne's saying, wow, yes, this is prepared to be wowed. Now I've got one more set of 3D projects. And this is a set of coasters. And these are stamped, and they are stamped with Stays on ink, and then they're colored with our blends markers. And then she put a thin layer of Mod Podge so that the ink will not bleed out. Now, there's the vanilla blossom. Here is the cacao bean. I mean, is that not gorgeous? I think that the coloring is just stunning. And then this one is the almond blossom. So this is just a beautiful little set to give as a gift. Put a belly band around that, and you have a gorgeous handmade gift. She did put a little piece of cork on the back, which I think is a great touch. I think she told me that she got these tiles very reasonably on Amazon. It's where we get most things. Yeah, Velma, you're right. She did an absolutely incredible job. So this is the showcase for Lovely and Sweet. Well, Lovely and Sweet is one of the names. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. There's a little bookmark here. Isn't this sweet? Again, just exquisite. Now, you could use this as a tag or a bookmark. I love the stiffness of this because it's going to wear well over time, which in a bookmark is a great thing to have. And just a little pink around the edges. Oh, so many pretty things. Now, let me just double check. Nature's Sweetness is the name of the designer series paper, and the name of the whole, Nature's Sweetness is the name of the whole sweet collection. So the sweet collection, just a reminder or a heads up if you're not aware that you get the bundle price on both of these, which is 10% off. So bundle price gives you 10% off. But this really is just the easy button. So if you want everything, you can put in one number instead of having to add into your order the number for the cork rounds, the number for, the Notes of Nature bundle, the number for the, it just gives it to you quickly and easily, but it doesn't, necessarily save you money outside the bundle savings you already get with these. And I do think that both of these, sometimes we have stamps that will stand alone and dies that will stand alone. You definitely want the dies with these. The stamp sets would stand alone, but the dies really don't in that sense, I don't think. So that is day 2 of our stamping together, or my showcases the first 2 days. Tomorrow is my first ever craft along, and So I will be on at 11 a.m. and then Karina will be on at 2 p.m. I will share that link and I will direct you to her page as well. So Karina is my Canadian bestie, and we sometimes work together, collaborate on things. And so the craft along, if you got my paper share and you got project packets with it, and so you can craft right along with us. And if not, that's okay. You can still, we'll give you all the instructions and you can craft along with us live in real time, or you can watch the replay and you can craft with us later. So these are all done, Corinne. These are all the work of Lori Gray. She's part of my team. Like I said, she is what is sometimes referred to as a hobby demonstrator. She doesn't have a Facebook page. Well, for her business. She doesn't have a business. She does this purely for the joy of crafting. And so she was one of my selections. I invited her to be a display stamper at my event. And you can see why. I mean, look, she went above and beyond. I think I asked her and Lisa both. I think I tell them, if you can make about 6 to 8 cards and a couple of 3D projects, well, they both just went above. But I know that both of them told me once I started playing with these products, it was like I couldn't stop. So I hope you are inspired. I hope you fall in love with this suite. I love things with nature. I love the artwork on this. I love the color palette of the designer series paper being so neutral, because then you can do so much with it. You can add color, you can keep it neutral. There's just so many design possibilities. So kudos to Lori. Give her love on here, because I'm going to download this to YouTube and she'll be able to see your comments as well. And again, if you are newer here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Give me some hearts here on Facebook. It helps me so much. Let me know if you watch the replay and what you think of these awesome, awesome projects. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care and God bless.